Hello, everyone. It's Coach Mo Fall, the founder and creator of the Kick Ass Career Workshop, where we help women bring their souls back to life, rejuvenate the best part of themselves, and help them land a dream job or and get on their dream career pathway. And I'm super excited this week because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I'm super excited this week. And I would love to hear from you. If you're a client of mine, I would love for you to say hello. And if you're not, where are you from? And what is sparking your interest this week? So this week, I was able to speak with one of my dear, dear clients who is going through her own breast cancer journey. Since if you're watching me live in October, this is breast cancer awareness, and I want to encourage all of you women to get your mammograms. My breast cancer was found on a mammogram. Had I not gone to that mammogram, which technically I was like 3 to 4 months late, I wouldn't have found the breast cancer because it was millimeters in size in both breasts, but millimeters in size. As they were then poking around and getting the biopsies and then eventually declaring that I had cancer in both breasts. Stage 1, which means you got the lymph nodes taken care of. And that's what we did. I'm going to talk a little bit about my journey. Yes, Tracy, yeah, very close to home. So we have a wonderful client who was in our workshop last year and landed her dream job, came back to life, found her soul beaming, shining greatly. She made a huge, huge career leap in working with us. And then months later was diagnosed with breast cancer. I just spoke to her last week. And she and I shared some of our lessons learned on the breast cancer path. And I want to share that with you. And pardon me for saying it this way. If you're watching me for a while, this is going to be helpful because I'm going to go a little on the deep end on how our soul guides us in life and how not to blame yourself for the lessons that you're learning. Because I want you to learn the lessons by design, not by disease. And for this particular client and she and I were both on the path of spiritual and personal growth before our breast cancer diagnosis. But when she and I were speaking last week, it was a profound reminder of some of the things that are essential in living life. And a shout out to Donna for her next new dream job, dream career move. Congratulations, Donna. What a huge leap. Donna was a client of ours last year as well and landed a beautiful promotion and a move into a different department in her career and kept doing the work. She kept bringing her soul alive. She kept enlivening her soul's truth and increasing her vibrational truth in her life. Marriage got better. Surprise money came her way. Relationship with the kids are better, and all culminating in another massive leap. And she's making a massive leap in her career. Congratulations again. All on her vision board in module 2 in our Kick-Ass workshop. So we don't always know the exact time frame of all of the miracles that come your way, but you're going to have every strategy to have those miracles manifest and unfold by working the 12-week workshop that we take our ladies through. I'm going to talk about a few of those aspects today as I talk about soul work that this client and I talked about in our breast cancer journey. I am honoring my breast cancer journey this month because it's what brought me to this work. James Waster. So one of the things that is important for all of us to understand in life is that life is unfolding. And it is unfolding on its own accord in many ways. And we are experiencing our unfolding along with the unfolding of the universe. And this is so true. It is so much a truth that I see with our clients. I'm going to give you another example. Another beautiful client landed her second dream job, again, by following the path that we set out, bringing her soul to life, and then following the strategies of claiming her truth, claiming her awesomeness. As a UX designer, she had shelved her portfolio because she was too busy and depleted to do the portfolio work over 10 years while she was sort of doing a mundane, interesting, was paying the bills type of job, and landed one awesome uh, dream job while we were working with her in the 12 weeks. And then she just announced that she landed her real dream job, over $50,000 more in pay, and just really, really rock star, rock star, rock star. And another wonderful client who lost her job and several months of trying to find herself back on track, trying everything she could on her own. She was not making any progress on landing another job at the same level that she was playing at. She was finding jobs that she was overqualified for, but not able to really go on the level that she's really built for until she started working with us. Now, the magic really is that we're helping women increase their soul's truth and giving them every strategy, all the best resume stuff, the best LinkedIn stuff, interview coaching. But if you don't feel awesome on the inside, if you've got conflicting energy on the inside, you're not going to land the best job for yourself. And chances are you're going to be kicked on your butt a little bit, because that's how the universe gets our attention. You see, many of us are struggling to make things happen in the physical world, and we're ignoring the energetic world. We're ignoring the world of our soul. And this is not a world to ignore. Your soul's truth, the vibrational reality in which we all live and work and enjoy, the glasses we wear, the bracelets we have on, the watches, the shirts. I have a nice gemstone necklace on. This is all three-dimensional reality. You can't fix an energetic problem in three-dimensional world. Now, you can fix the cancer present in your body with three-dimensional treatments. It's not for everyone. Some people want to fix it at its source, which means changing diet, changing your vibrational truth, flushing out toxins, decreasing the acidity of the body. There's a lot of ways to get at cancer. And when cancer is already to a certain stage, my opinion, not medical treatment, and this is not a medical opinion at all, but at some point you have to treat it in the three-dimensional world so that it doesn't keep growing. And that was certainly my case almost 14 years ago now. I had a double mastectomy. I had cancer in both breasts. I had my lymph nodes taken out under both arms, and lucky, blessed and grateful that the cancer was nowhere else. So a little chemotherapy, and I was out of the woods in 2 years. So that was my journey, simply stated, but I must say there was another layer of energetic truth that it caused me to get on top of, or underneath, if you will. Our energetic being is part of the infinite field. So we all belong, we all participate in the infinite field. And when we feel crappy about ourselves, when we feel like we're not being listened to, not appreciated, overworked, when we have bosses yell at us and tell us that we're stupid and no good, or we talk too much in meetings, or whatever the case may be, perhaps you can relate. If you can relate to being toxified at work, let me know what happened, because I would probably be able to say, me too. Because there's a lot of toxic work environments out there, because human beings are flawed, aren't we? We are all flawed. And the flaws that we have, we're passing on to everyone we touch. I don't love that, because I know I've yelled at people. I know I've made my missteps. I know that as a stepmom, I was right out of the Cinderella fairy tale with my kids for a while, when I was so depleted, so angry, so irritable at work, that I brought that home. Now, I'm not saying that my work condition directly caused my cancer. it certainly created an environment in which cancer grows better. And we are not at the place where we know what causes cancer. There's probably different causes, multiple causes, multiple dimensions that we don't really understand, that are beyond the mental capacity of us as humans to understand. What I will tell you is that there are environments where cancers grow more rapidly. And one environment is when we are poisoning ourselves with our thought, feeling, energy to the negative. And we may not even be aware of these subconscious programs that are poisoning our soul. I learned the hard way to access those layers in me. I learned the hard way. I learned the hard way through being diagnosed with cancer, through having the terror of having a double mastectomy, through actually having the double mastectomy, through then recovering from the double mastectomy. And I had a tram flap, so they replaced all my breast tissue with my own abdominal muscles, fat, and blood vessels. Quite an extensive reconstruction. It was a lot of surgery. And so now I live with the permanence of the scars. Just like any other healing or any other release of toxins or negative energy, we sometimes will be left with scars. And oftentimes, those scars will remind us in a powerful way of our negative energy. And if we're not on top of it, they could indeed remind us that we are negative. Now, I want you to hold on for a minute, because in my webinar, if you haven't seen my webinar, it's mofall.com/Facebook Live. mofall.com/Facebook Live to watch my 5 shifts to bring your soul to work. There I talk about a gremlin mindset. There I talk about not creating a destination worthy of you. There I talk about not owning the room. And I also talk about really having your own GPS navigating life. And this is your soul's truth. If your soul's truth, if the best part of you, your divinity, the piece that's connected, the parts of you that are connected to the infinite field, if that's not leading the way in your life, you're going to have more chaos and calamity than you otherwise could. Our clients, when they're going through their spiritual quest, as they are crafting their soul's truth, as they are putting that in alignment with their career, which is exactly what we do, how we do it, and why we do it, is because when your soul comes alive and you can see now who I am, you see the truth of who you are, the beauty, the talent, the awesome essence of what you are special and unique and destined for in life. When you pour that into being an accountant or an engineer or a UX designer or a pharmaceutical analytics executive or a marketing and sales operations leader, when you pour your soul into that career and that expertise, you have a whole new resonance. You have a higher level vibrational resonance as a human being, and therefore as a professional, and therefore as a partner, wife, daughter, sister, mother. How about if we have the solution to help you be a better mom? How about if we have the solution to help you come back fully as who you are and be the person your partner decided to be with? That's what this does. And learning the hard way is one way. Learning by disease or divorce or some other disruption is totally doable. That's how I got there. That's how I got into the real layers of my soul. And unfortunately for many, this is the way we go through our transformation. It's through a breakdown. Our transformation is waiting for us on the other side of letting go of all the BS. And you can do it by design. You can do a transformation by design. This is the way that you can actually get at your soul's truth in your own intentionality, in your own sense of what your soul is calling you to, or you can do it the hard way. And I did it the hard way all the way through. I did it the hard way for having a 20-year career that led up to the breast cancer and then another 6 years as an executive. And after the breast cancer, I came back as a new type, a new level of executive. I came back as the coach, the cheerleader, the personal empowerment woman who I am, who I was born into. That was my little girl self. That was who I've always been. And I shut those parts of me down because they weren't asked for and they were shut down in the corporate world. And frankly, here's what happens, ladies. We agree with our oppressors. They tell us to do it this way. Don't be that. Work harder. Prove yourself. You're not ready. So I'm going to only make you interim and not pay you more. We believe in their bullshit because we don't know another way. And when we do have another way, when we can express ourselves at a higher level and have a greater certainty and understand what the marketplace is all about. So many women we coach have never asked have never negotiated an offer letter. They've just taken the offer letter or rejected it. So many women have never had a crucial conversation with their boss about a promotion or career opportunities. So many have not positioned themselves to be on the short list of getting involved in projects that would excite or thrill you. And why is that? Because you've been oppressed and you've been depleted and pushed away and down from your power. I dare say it's sort of how women are treated in the world, and it's changing. And you can be the agent of change for your trajectory, for your career. You can be the agent of change for yourself, or one more domino falls and you're forced to. When I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I was forced to reconcile with my mortality. I was forced to reconcile with the possibility of not being able to go back to work. I had just landed a great job. I was forced to reconcile with the fact that my time on earth is limited. So now what am I going to do to make the most of it? And this is where my client and I had a deep, soulful conversation on Friday. And she said, Mo, there are so many deep layers where there was a wall created to protect myself, some of it from decades ago. And each time she was struggling with her breast cancer journey, each time she was in a deep healing space, meditating through it, journaling through it. She said she has 4 journals that she journaled through her breast cancer journey so far. Each wall opened her up to a deeper truth about her power. Each wall meant a level of freedom that she hadn't claimed before because she hadn't gotten there. And this is the gift and the mystery of having a disease. If it's on the surface, if you're just treating the disease and you're not going inward to find the depths of who you are and learn about who you are, you're missing the best of having a disease. And I know that sounds like a weird thing to say, but if you've survived cancer, you know what I'm talking about. If you have gone through a death-defying experience, you know what I'm talking about. The layers of truth that are beyond what your conscious brain, what your ego, and what your own mind can think of. There are layers beyond it, layers and layers. And when you decide to do the inner work, you will see the layers. But as I said, so many humans don't get into those layers until after they've been diagnosed. And a disease isn't necessary for this work. We've had plenty of women do the transformational work with us who have not had the external reason why. Yes, they've had a career slump or a career problem or frustration or depleted, or they've lost their job, but they didn't have to go through a disease to get there. So We help women find their soul, lift the best parts of themselves, and then turn that into a very specific aligned strategy for their career, for the niche they're in, for the industry that they're in, all of the great aspects of who they are get poured into an aligned vision and strategy and tactics so that they not only know who they are inside, they know who they are as an accomplished professional and can articulate it well, can interview well, have the answers that the potential employer is looking for, and to really know how to talk about themselves in a powerful way. That's what we do. We put it on paper, on a resume. We help it shine and show up bigger and better on a LinkedIn profile. We have certified experts in both. And we interview coach, and we also do coaching on other executive and professional tools and techniques along the way. So in 12 weeks, all bases are covered. And in 12 weeks, we got a shiny soul who is ready to put herself out there in the marketplace, usually by week 4, 6, 7, and then land a job in the next several weeks. It requires a commitment level. It requires holding on to the hands of experts when you've never negotiated an offer letter, and that offer letter may be the best number you've ever seen. And we take you through what negotiating and asking for more looks like and feels like, and why it's important as a human being to get that skill. It looks like holding on to the hands of experts as you're navigating things that make you scared because you've been burned in the past. I don't want to work for a big company again. They're all bad. I don't want to work for a mom and pop company anymore. They're all bad. I don't want to work for a startup anymore. They're all bad. So we have these sort of like overblown beliefs that get in our way. And we help as experts pull you through those limiting beliefs so that you can land those great jobs, so that you can articulate your value at a higher level, so that you can see yourself playing at a higher level without having to work harder. When I came back from my breast cancer, I didn't work as hard as before my breast cancer. Not because I couldn't. I actually got back into marathon shape training so I could run the New York Marathon 2 years after my surgery, which I did. I was training for a marathon while I was in my diagnosis and pre-surgery time. Just spent time with my sister, who she and I actually ran the marathon together in 2008. And it was a glorious event to do that with my sister. And my way of claiming myself back was to train for the New York City Marathon, raising money for cancer research and finishing another marathon. So while I was recovering from that 2-year period of time, I was training for another marathon. I was not working as hard as I used to. I learned a different way. I learned how to lean into my team better. I learned how to delegate and how to oversee and how to have authority and not be a doer as much. I learned how to truly be an executive by having presence and by being willing to have the conversations that one needs to have as an executive. A few years later, I got the best job opportunity of my life. And I knew it was because I had changed my vibrational truth about who I am in the world and what I'm capable of. And I know that you could do that too. I've seen it with thousands of our clients. I've seen it time and time again, even with our grads who are out of the workshop years and years and years. They go back into the same modules. They go back into the learning. They go back into the online stuff. They already know the basics. So when they revisit that, they're able to up level another job. They're able to heal at another level. They're able to achieve at another level without burning themselves out. One of our grads recently posted about her journey from her dream job, which she landed. She actually got a promotion with us, and then she landed a dream job with another company with a big raise, big national exposure in this particular job. She was at a regional level in the dream job promotion up level that she got when she was working with us. And then that national job, that national company sort of imploded. And she had to make some tough decisions for herself. And because it was such a better job, because she had learned so many skills, she was able to navigate that situation and actually leave that toxic environment and then bounce right into an even better opportunity at a higher level of pay, totally owning her truth. Because, life will hand you stuff to deal with. We know that for sure. Life will continue to unfold and put obstacles and challenges in front of us to help us grow. Yes, it's to help us grow. And as that's happening, we have two choices: feeling a victim or knowing that it's a lesson for us and to take it with gusto and to grow through it. Our clients have the tools necessary to grow through it. So even this client who I spoke to on Friday, who's gone through her own breast cancer journey, she has elegantly moved through and grown through her breast cancer journey. She has been an inspiration to her husband and to her two daughters as she has navigated her breast cancer journey. She has gotten closer with her sisters. And she said, Mo, if I wasn't deeply in my soul, this journey wouldn't be looking like this. And she learned the techniques and the tools, and she released some long held difficulties and trauma that had held her back from shining at her brightest. And now here she is going through her own breast cancer journey, shining so bright, still at that awesome job she landed when she was with us, still shining ever more. So they want to give her more global responsibility. And she's all that because she has cleaned off her soul. She has scrubbed it and honored it and worked it and opened it up. And this is the true miracles. It's not hocus pocus magic. It is miraculous living through your soul's truth. And when you're able to unleash your soul and live from that version of you, life is miraculous. It's beautiful. It's a learning experience, and it's full of abundance and love. How about if you take abundance and love with you to work this week? How about if you take the expansive ideas that everything's in front of you right now to teach you something? How about if you're stuck and don't know where to turn, you book yourself a complimentary career clarity call at mofall.com/live clarity. We would love to help show you the way and tell you how we do things, but only after we understand what's really going on for you. Because this complimentary career clarity call is an opportunity for us to help you see your clarity and your truth. Once we get into that, we'll know whether we can help you or not. Sometimes the truth and the clarity doesn't require us, or perhaps it requires a different coach. I had a clarity call with a woman this morning. She needed something else. She needed some pre-care, if you will. She needed some preparation and some pre-work. And so I helped her sort that out on her complimentary career clarity call. And so as we're going through this journey of life together, you and I, all of us, oneness on this beautiful speck of dirt in the universe, as we see the James Webb Telescope telling us that we are just one small speck. But this is a beautiful place. It's like a playground for humanity to expand. Won't you be in that playground with us expanding? Won't you choose this week your truth and to expand and to learn the lessons and to be all of that for yourself, your family, your future, your financial situation? When you're all that you can be and shine at the highest level, by the way, that's a process. It's not an end in sight. As I reminded my advanced class on Saturday, there is no finish line to what we do at the soul level. It is a constant growth. That sort of frustrates the ego and the intellect looking for this like end point. When can I stop learning and growing? Well, you may have stopped learning and growing and it doesn't feel good. If you've ever stopped learning and growing, you know what that feels like. It doesn't feel good. What feels good is learning and growing. What feels good is knowing your soul's truth and knowing who you are and knowing that your creator basically has your best interests in mind. Well, not mind, but in soul, your best interests in the soul, in the infinite world. What you can do this week is to stay focused on who you are at the soul level and honor that truth, not at the ego level, not at the mental level, not at the psychologically warped level because you've had job trauma or people have said nasty things to you, not at that level, but at the soul truth. That is our escape hatch. The soul's truth is our escape hatch. And I didn't find my escape hatch until I went through my breast cancer journey. mofall.com/live clarity is the first part, the first point, the first toll road or gate or toll gate that we want to talk about in order to help sort it out. Rena, I'm delighted to have you on a clarity call today. We will absolutely talk about your truth and what's going on. And if we can help you serve your future and help you release your soul's truth, we'll talk about how we do that. For all of you out there, I desire for you, and I bless you and your journey to not have to hit breast cancer or a double mastectomy to get to your truth. That's learning the hard way. Take the little whisper that might be coming from your soul. Take the little nudge that might be pointing you away from what you're currently doing. Take a negative experience and turn it into a lesson. Turn it into the motivation for you to go another direction. And we'd love to help you sort that out on a complimentary career clarity call. We'd love to see if we have a match, to see if we can help you and work with you. If we can, we'll certainly talk about what we do in our workshop. If we can't, we'll give you another direction. We'll give you perhaps another coach or some other avenues to explore so that you can solve your soul's problem. And when you do, you can have a marvelous career. When you solve what's at the soul level, you're going to have a marvelous career and a marvelous life. Because you're spending about half your day, half your life at your job, in your career, thinking about it, obsessing about it. Why not make it a wonderful ride? Why not make it the fullest expression of who you are on this planet? That sounds good. Why not make your advancements in your career the best spiritual journey that you could possibly have? That's what it's for. Your work is for your fullest expression. We know exactly how to help you do that. We know exactly how to bring your soul back to life, and we'll talk about it on your complimentary career clarity call at mofall.com/live clarity. Let's do that with you and let's help sort it out. And we would love to help you avoid the lesson the hard way. Let's get into that and let's help lift your soul and lift your career. It's what we do. This is Coach Mofall, mofall.com, everywhere on social media. And please take this lesson into this week and give yourself the benefit of soul-guided, soul-powered living. We'll see you next time. This is Coach Mo, mofall.com, and mofall.com/live clarity to book your complimentary career clarity session with my team. We'll see you next time.